Hey fellas, welcome to this video. I found an article around Renault and Nissan and a new venture that they'll be doing together. It involves making six new vehicles in India, so specifically in China and India, but it's quite a big undertaking as it involves something like $600 million investment. Okay, so this article has the a little snippet of what it's about, and it also has a video of one of the finance analysts just breaking down what it could mean and what he thinks actually specifically what Nissan should do in this. So let's take a look at that, right? Okay, so here we go. It says Renault Nissan to invest $600 million to make new models in India. Nissan and Renault said on Monday they would invest $600 million to make six new models in India. The Japanese and French automakers will work on the projects from their base in Chennai, turning it into an export hub. The six models, with each automaker making three, will be built on joint platforms and will also be exported. The new models will consist of two electric vehicles, the first EVs to be rolled out by the automakers in India, and four sports utility vehicles, right, SUVs. The automakers last week unveiled details of the redesign alliance. Okay, that we already know about. So let's take a look at this video, right? So you guys may not be able to see the actual video, but you'll hear the audio. So I'm just gonna play that.
So, as I mentioned, there are external forces which are forcing most of the OEMs to cooperate with each other. I think the whole point of contention was an equal relationship that both these automakers shared because Nissan was larger in terms of the volumes, the revenues, the profitability. However, the controlling stake was with Renault, which was to the extent of 43%. With this rebalancing, I think what they have been able to achieve is a rightful balance that both of them have now 15% in each other's companies, which probably takes that entire conflict up. And therefore, we believe that with this step, it is the alliance which will see a longer time duration and it will be much more stronger than before.
Just reading, of course, what kind of things we can expect from this new joint venture, from the new rebalanced alliance. For example, the new electric Nissan Micra could be made by Renault and also made cheaper. What else can the consumer expect now? Because at the end of the day, without us, the consumer, there are no car companies.
So, what they are going to do increasingly going forward is one, give each other freedom to operate in different markets, but at the same time, they are joined at hip. So they are going to share the suppliers, they are going to share the components, they are going to amortize the R&D cost. You might have models which are similar but manufactured by Renault as well as Nissan, and that is going to bring down the cost for the consumer. That is going to also EV is an infrastructure play and it requires a lot of investment. So both of them are going to invest in EV infrastructure, which will make it easier for the consumer to access the charging infrastructure as well as make sure that there are no range anxiety when they get into either Renault or Nissan.
But do you think Nissan should take up that whole 15%? Because I can understand the importance for Renault for them having that strong anchor tenant when they do eventually list and go to IPO and bumping up the price a bit. But is it wise for Nissan to what is essentially an unlock?
Yeah. So Nissan has, for over a decade, has invested in EV as a technology of choice. And therefore, they can't really hedge their bets when it comes to getting into EV because that is their future. That is their vision for the future. So anything that is EV, they got to be there. And therefore, I think they shouldn't really hold back on the investment because finally, EV is getting increasingly popular. And more brands that you have under your fold, more and more footprint you have on the ground, better it is for you. And as a result, I don't think hedging the bets or investing in India is a right strategy.
Okay, so that sums it up pretty nicely. And from what the gentleman there said, the finance guy, basically, I can just find my screens again. Yeah, so what the finance guy had said was he believes that the venture is a worthwhile thing, and that also it's worthwhile for Nissan to invest into Ampere because of their direction also being an electric focused one. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens, but I thought I'll just share this article with you guys. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Cheers.